subtopic number 3, which is on period of simple harmonic motion. So in this subtopic, you just have to be able to use the expression for period of simple harmonic motion for use expression for period of simple harmonic motion, which is T, for simple pendulum and mass spring system. So there are two types of system of simple harmonic motion lah. So the first one is the simple pendulum. So the period and frequency of this pendulum depends on the length of the string and the acceleration due to gravity. So it is independent of the mass and the amplitude of oscillation lah. So the conditions for this simple pendulum to be able to execute simple harmonic motion are the angle theta has to be less than 10 degree. This is you've done this experiment. Remember, bila theta is equal to 70 degree, kamu dapat nilai G around 1.1 something. So it is invalid for amplitude or for the angle that is larger than 10 degree. Okay. And then secondly, the string has to be inelastic and light. And then only the gravitational force and tension in the string is acting on the simple pendulum lah. So the equation is the one shown here, where T is the period of simple harmonic motion, L is the length of the string, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. Next, we have the mass spring system. So the period and frequency depend on the mass and the force constant of this spring lah. So they do not depend on the parameters of motion, which is the amplitude. So the condition for it to be able to execute simple harmonic motion are the elastic limit of the spring should not be exceeded when the string is pulled. Secondly, the spring should be light and it should obey Hooke's law. And lastly, it should have no air resistance and surface friction. So the formula untuk mass spring system is the one shown here. Okay, so ini adalah the two formulas that you need to be able to use to solve any questions given lah. Okay, so this is also a type of mass spring system, tapi ni horizontal lah. Okay, so let's look at the example. A certain simple pendulum has a period on the Earth's surface of 1.6 seconds. So T is equal to 1.6 seconds untuk Earth. So we have to determine the period of the simple pendulum on the surface of Mars, where its gravitational acceleration is 3.71 meter per second. So apa-apa pun, kita akan start dengan this formula, okay? And then first, but before that, we have to extract dulu lah information. So first, we have the period untuk the Earth, which is 1.6 seconds. And then we know that the gravity on Earth is 9.81 meter per second square. And then this suruh kita determine the period when it is on the surface of Mars. So berapa? Lepas tu, gravitational acceleration di Mars tu dia give as 3.71 meter per second square. Okay, so kita akan apply this formula, but we will consider for the Earth dulu. So for the Earth, it will be equal to 2 pi L over G of Earth. So this is equal to 1.6 seconds. Nantilah baru kon substitute. Then we have to consider untuk Mars. Mars is 2 pi L over G of Mars. So di sini kita boleh cancel 2 pi dengan L nanti sebab dorang ada value yang sama. So what we can do is we can divide 1 by 2. Macam tu. Okay. So this will be TE over TM period. 2 pi L over GE over 2 pi L over GM. So dari sini we can cancel a few stuff, which is 2 pi, L ni pun boleh cancel. Okay. So dari sini kita akan the simplified version of this will be TE over period on Mars equal to GM G Earth. Okay. So dari sini kita just perlu cari the period on the surface of Mars. So Yalah, kita solve lah. Okay, dia jadi... Wait. Dia jadi TE GE over GM. Kan? Is it correct? We need to square this. Kejap ah. Saya tidak tunjuk pula solution dia. Square both sides. Astaga, my cat just turned off my laptop. Okay. So dapat TE square over TM square equal to GM over GE. So dari sini kita mau cari TM. So dapat TE square GE over GM. So TM is equal to TE, kalau kita square root dia hilang. So di sini lagi square root dia. Wow, panjangnya. Begitu je aku nun. Tapi jawapan dia sepatutnya dapat 2.6 seconds. Let me just double check, okay? So time period on Earth is 1.6. Kalau saya punya maths tidak salah, sepatutnya betul lah kalau saya kasih terbalik nih. But I don't know. Should be okay. 2.6, yes, betul. Okay, so itulah dia punya maths. Mana tahu confused kan kenapa tiba-tiba macam tu. Alright, so that is on example number 5. Cukup. Next, example number 6 pula. So sekarang ni ada a mass at the end of a spring. So this is a mass spring system lah. So dia bagi kita frequency of 0.88 Hz and then an additional mass 1.25 kg is added to the mass. The frequency is 0.48 Hz. So we have to determine the value of M. So kita perlu tengok both situations lah untuk soalan macam ni. Okay, so first kita ada the first situation where the frequency is equal to 0.88. Nanti kamu pikir itu satu pula. Kurang sikit nih. 0.88 Hz. Okay, so untuk di sini kita punya period is equal to 2 pi M over K. Okay, so dari sini we know that the force is equal to frequency is equal to 1 over the period. So sekarang ni kita perlu cari relationship between frequency and period lah supaya kita boleh guna this formula. So dari sini kita akan tukar dia jadi F1 lah. So kalau saya flip it over, it will become F1 equal to 1 over 2 pi K over M. Saya kasi terbalik je sebab sekarang ni kan kita punya T1 kan dia equal to 1 over F1. So instead of letak 1 over F1 di sini, saya kasi terbalik yang di sini. Okay? Okay, next untuk the second situation is this is for M. This is for M plus dengan M1 lagi. Okay? Yang ini M dia equal to... Astaga, bikin bingung je ni. Sabar. Why am I confused? A mass M at the end of a spring when an additional mass is added to the mass M. Oh, okay. Sekarang ni M lah. Alright, so value M apostrophe tu is 1.25 kilogram. Okay? So, sekarang ni kita perlu... Ini frekuensi dia dapat 0.48 Hz. So, dari sini kita dapat T2 equal to 2 pi M over K. So, dari sini F2 is equal to 2 pi. M ni kita akan tambah lagi dengan M apostrophe yang 1.25 kilogram tu. Equal to... Oh, kejap. Saya lupa terbalik. So, this is 1 over 2 pi. This is the same thing that I've done untuk the first frequency, ya. This is M. Sorry. This is K. Okay, so dari dua ni kita boleh Equation 1, equation 2. Boleh bahagilah, boleh cari ratio. Okay, so dapat F1 over F2 equal to 1 over 2 pi. Kalau macam soalan-soalan macam ni memang kita perlu guna the concept, ratio punya concept lah, supaya kita dapat solve dia. This is K, so boleh cancel apa yang boleh di cancel. This one can be cancelled, this one can be cancelled. K can be cancelled. Ingat, square root tu tidak boleh cancel dah. Dia jadi besar je. I mean, dia combine je. So, this is gonna be F1 over F2 equal to M plus M apostrophe over M. Itu after simplification. So, kamu akan dapat M equal to 0.529 kilogram. Okay? That is for example number 6, and that is for the subtopic number 3.